Alright, hey everybody, so welcome to another After We Fell movie video. So have we all sufficiently recovered? I know I haven't. Have we all just been watching this trailer on constant repeat? I know I am. I'm still just talking to you from the grave because you know what, this was really an amazing trailer. But you know what, today is a little bit different. Today, this is less about fangirling and, screaming and yelling and, passing out and dying, although I'm sure I'll still do that by the end of this. But this is about giving my expanded, extended, analytical commentary of the trailer. I did this for the teaser, and I knew that I especially wanted to do this for the full trailer when it was actually released. But before we get into all that, let me go ahead and say this right here up at the front. This is what the fans have been begging for from day one. Literally finding a balance between the steamy and the softness. If you still doubt Castile Landon after watching this trailer, I don't know what's going to change your mind. This was the best trailer that we've gotten so far for all of these films. I love seeing Stephen Moyer, Louise Lombard, Chance, Carter, Angela Sari. Yes, Angela Sari was in this trailer, and when we get to that moment, I will pause and I will point out where she is in this trailer. Of course, our babies Joe and Hiro are coming to slay as always. They look amazing. Their chemistry is still through the roof. And no matter what, we're not going to be ready for this film. No matter how many warnings we get, this looks easily to be the best film of the franchise. It looks fucking amazing. The cinematography, the costumes, everything. We are so not ready for all the amazingness that is going to come our way either September 30th here in the US or whenever the film does come out in your territory. One of the things that I will say about this trailer, and you'll kind of notice this, is especially if you watch the teaser as much as all of us have, is that a lot of these shots are just extended shots from scenes that we've already seen in the actual teaser. So like the trailer opens and we get like an extended moment from the ice cube scene. We see Hardin, picking up the ice cube from the water glass, and that's like what a lot of this trailer is. It's not really giving us really anything new or anything, really different than what we already got in the teaser, even though there is still plenty of new shots in this and still plenty of new things in this. It was really just about, it was like somewhere you'll notice there's a lot of similarities. You'll know that it's pretty much like some of the same scenes repeated. So yeah, like I said, as we go through this trailer, I will kind of pause and give my more expanded thoughts on the trailer as we go along. So yeah, let's go ahead and start now. And this is, of course, is a voiceover from Josephine Langford that opens the trailer. Pause on the shot of the notebook. All right, so one of the things that I have been seeing repeated a lot online is, especially from non-book readers, or maybe even from book readers, because maybe some people just might not remember, is what is this shot of the notebook? Like what is this notebook that Hardin is reading? Well, in the book, and a lot of this is taken right from the book. Like, if you actually read really closely, this little writing that Tessa has done in this notebook, it actually is taken right from the book. So Tessa has a creative assignment in her religious studies course, and she talks about pain and all the pain that she's become very well acquainted with recently. And of course, with Hardin, and this is what it was brilliant about Hiro's portrayal, is that he really does portray the inner turmoil of Hardin, because Hardin is a character who he's never really had a relationship with a woman that could really be considered romantic. He's had the one-night stands, he's had the conquest. Of course, he loves his mother with all of his heart, but he's never really had this romantic relationship. He's never really felt about a woman the way that he feels about Tessa. And to literally read this notebook and read about all the pain that he is actually one of the cause with, it would tear up anybody, but it especially tears apart him because he just doesn't know how to be in a relationship. He just doesn't know how to have this type of relationship. He just doesn't know how to act in this relationship. And it's he wants to give Tessa his heart. He wants to give Tessa the relationship that he wants, but given his fucked upness, given all of the trauma that he has had in his life, it's just really physically hard. And, it just tears him up to just hear that he is the cause of, this woman that he loves, with all of his heart, her pain. And I think that Hiro, especially here in this shot, his face just speaks volumes. His eyes just speak volumes. And I know that this scene is just going to tear me up inside when we finally get to see this full scene, when the film finally comes out. All right, so let's go ahead and keep going now. All right, and this is the Voltage Pictures logo. We get another shot of them on the boat, and this is, of course, our first shot of Chance as Landon, the jacuzzi scene, and pause on this shot of Tessa and Hardin at the front of the boat, with Tessa kind of, leaning her head against Hardin's shoulder. One of the things that I do love about this trailer is that if you've actually seen the other films, there's a lot of callbacks. There's a lot of like little callbacks to the other films, and this is clearly a Hesse thing. I mean, this is clearly a runner in all of these films. I mean, just that little soft moment of Tessa just leaning her head on Hardin's shoulder, and that is actually like one of the great things that I love about these films. I love the steaminess, I love the raunchiness, but one of the my favorite moments from all of these films is really the softness, is really like these tiny soft Hesse moments that we get, because you know what? Their chemistry is through the roof. Hiro and Joe's chemistry is just through the roof. I mean, and this just shows that just like how much their chemistry just continues to just shine off of the shine off of the film. And so yeah, like I did kind of like, just like tear up a little bit, just like seeing this callback, seeing this shot of, once again, we're getting like that soft little moment of her leaning her head on his shoulder. It's just a great moment. And keep going now. And of course, pause again. Sorry. So with this shot of Hardin and Tessa clearly at the college campus, this is clearly going to be the runner all throughout the film when it comes to the conflict for Hardin and Tessa for this particular film. Even though there's going to be other stuff, I'm sure that this is going to be the main source of the conflict, which is that Tessa, wants to go to Seattle and pursue the job and, pursue, college and everything. And, and Hardin is just like, what the hell? But yeah, let's keep going. And again, like Hiro and Joe are just amazing in these two shots. And of course, that's another, oh my God. Okay, so pause. All right, so yeah, we get a shot of Hardin, kind of like moving his head between Tessa's legs, and we just know like, oh, that's going to be like such a fanning yourself moment. And of course, you can just see just how much, Tessa is really enjoying this moment of Hardin kissing her thighs. And let's keep going. I love the hand grip in the hair. All right, pause, because I so need to talk about this part. Okay, so we get our first shot of Carter in these films, of Robert in these films, and I'm sorry, I know that I've had my hat handed to me, my ass handed to me for saying this, but look, he's creepy. Like, if Robert is not meant to come across as creepy, if Robert is not meant to come across as like the Joe Goldberg, type creeper from You, then do a take two. If that's not the look that we're supposed to be getting from this guy, then do a take two. Because I'm sorry, but like every shot that I'm seeing, he looks creepy. He looks, scary. And it's like, please get away from our Tessa. Please just like go back about like 1,000, 1,000,000 feet away from our girl, because like you're giving off like very, very serial killerish, dark, creepy vibes coming off of you. So yeah, let's keep going here. And I love Jealous Hardin. And again, pause. All right, so this look right here, like right after Hardin says, you can come back. This look, I mean, if looks could kill, and this is like the big moment of like, okay, you look way too creepy in this moment. You look way too intense. You look way too serious in this moment. And it literally, I mean, like if I'm not supposed to like have that, like that gut wrenching, uneasiness, type feeling while watching this, then do a take two. Because like, especially with this shot of Robert just staring daggers at Hardin after he says, you can come back later. That to me is another, kind of like an all but confirming my theory that we're going to go in a much darker direction with Robert. And I know that people are, not happy that I'm making up that I'm saying that theory, but I'm sorry, but this trailer, pretty much like pitches that theory. So yeah, let's go ahead and keep going. Pause. I know, like, we're never going to get through this. All right, so a lot of people are wondering, who is this woman with Tessa? This is Kimberly. She was originally played by Candace King in the original, in After We Collided. She's been replaced by Ariel Kebbel. Ariel Kebbel is an actress who I've always loved. I always had a soft spot for Ariel Kebbel. I always have like this big, smile on my face whenever she pops up. So for anybody who's wondering, in front of this bonfire, in front of this like fireplace, like whatever this thing is, like who is Tessa talking to? It is Kimberly. It is Ariel Kebbel. And the Tessa-Kimberly relationship is like one of the relationships that I really did love in the book. And I do hope that we do get, more moments than we did in After We Collided. But yeah, that is Ariel Kebbel for anybody who is wondering. Let's keep going. Oh, I love this. I love the braiding of the hair. Again, the gym scene is just, I love dominant Tessa. All right, so pause. All right, pause on this at 51 seconds. This shot of the comb over, the prep school, the Freddie Mercury looking, Hardin, because I think like everybody and their grandmother has mentioned this shot. What happened here? Like, I want to know the context of this scene because this is not Hardin. This hair is not Hardin, so I really do want to know the context here. I want to know what leads up to this moment because I'm sorry, I know that I was kind of defending this thing yesterday and I was like, it didn't look bad, but when I'm actually just like staring it in the face and when I'm kind of hearing, all the stuff that people are saying, I do get where people are coming from. And you know what? This prep school looking, Freddie Mercury looking, hair that Hardin has going on in this shot, what happened here? like every other part of this, like that, like he looks amazing. Joe looks amazing, but it's like this is just like so noticeable that I have to ask, like, what led to this? What led to this moment? Like, what led to this moment of Hardin having this Freddie Mercury, prep school student, haircut? I'm giving Castile the benefit of the doubt. I am more than willing to watch the film and, just see the context, but I really am now I am more curious than I should be of what led us to this hair. All right, so yeah, let's keep, and one of the great things that I love about this film is I love the dialogue. I love the dialogue all throughout this trailer. I love the dialogue, I think more than I have loved the dialogue up to this point in all of these films. And again, like, it's clearly we're gonna get more of Bokassa. We're gonna get, the fights. We're gonna get the arguments. We're gonna get, the tearing us apart inside, just watching these two just go at each other. All right, keep going. You have me. Okay, that's not enough. All right, pause again because we just like flashed through a whole bunch of stuff and I'm still going to miss a whole bunch of stuff. All right, so where I'm paused is at 53 seconds of, another soft moment of Hessa where Hardin is, kind of like holding her face in his hands. All right, so what we saw up to that point was like a lot of just like the club stuff. And because we did get like a lot of moments in that because this really did go by very fast. All right, so first we get of course, Hardin kind of like laying in a bed, reading something. We get more shots of the club. We get, Tessa just like living her best life in the club. And this is the part where I did want to pause, like right here on Hardin holding her face in his hands. Like, it's such a soft moment. And this really does feel like, especially if you look at what she's wearing, this really does feel like the aftermath of Tessa, like when he finally comes back, when he comes to visit, and she's like running and she slips and slides in her socks and, literally just like launches herself, at Hardin. This is the moment that I feel like is the aftermath of all that, especially when you look at the shirt that she is wearing, when you look at like whatever she's wearing, that's that's like one of my favorite moments in the book. I love that moment where Tessa just, completely overcome with glee, with giddy, just like runs across the room, and is like slipping and sliding, and just like launches herself like right at Hardin. And I hope that we really do get that in the film. All right, let's keep going. All right, pause again. All right, so we're back into the kitchen with Hessa, where they're having this argument, and Tessa just says the part that just rips me apart, which is, "It's your problem, but you're not going to stop me. If I'm not enough for you, then that's your problem, and you're not going to stop me." Again, they're talking about Seattle. They're talking about her wanting to move to Seattle, and of course, in our very next shot, and look, Tessa, Joe just plays that. I mean, you can feel the hurt and the pain in this woman's voice, and I think that is like one of the things I really gotta tip my hat to Joe. And like I just know that again, like a lot of these scenes are just gonna tear us apart watching these scenes, and we really are gonna be a puddle of a mess while watching the scene. And of course, the very next thing that we get is Tessa in the car with like all of her belongings, and this is clear like after she's moved out of the apartment, and that she's clearly left. And again, another thing that's just like, oh my god, like this is just gonna tear me apart while watching this. And again, it's because of Joe's just amazing performance in this. We get like the close-up of her in the car, pause, with the tagline, or with the words in the trailer, love will be tested. All right, now pause on this. Pause on the jacuzzi of Tessa, looking at Hardin like, really? Like, you're not going to, finish? Like, you're not going to let me, come again? It looks like they've changed the argument in the jacuzzi, because originally there was that thing in the book where they were arguing back and forth about a condom, but it does look like we are going to continue this overarching, argument of the move to Seattle. And of course, I wanted to pause here because, again, I just love this shot. The shot of him walking away in the towel, and we kind of get like our first big, wide shot, this night shot of the cabin, and the cabin just looks fucking amazing. Again, look, the cinematography is amazing in this film, and I especially love the aesthetic, and I love this shot of her in the jacuzzi, him walking away with the towel, and just like this big wide shot that we have of seeing like all of the cabin, like all the lights. Like, it just looks really, really, really amazing. The jacuzzi scene is going to both simultaneously, really, have me fanning myself and, turning red and, like fangirling and, and swooning, but it's also just going to have me, pretty much like ripped apart while watching it. It's really going to have me, like curled up, like hugging myself and just like crying. And again, it really is their performances. It really is just these amazing performances that Joe and Hiro are giving. Let's keep going. Loyalty will be questioned. All right, so yeah, we get more shots of Tessa dancing in the club, and we just know that Joe is going to eat this. Now remember, when you're watching these scenes, when they filmed, there was nothing playing. They did not play music. They did not do anything. So when you see these scenes, please remember that Joe did this all by herself. Yes, queen! All right, so yeah, but she still looks drop dead gorgeous in this scene. Like, I mean, my God. I mean, is this woman even real? Because, like, yeah, no, like, she looks drop dead gorgeous in this scene. And again, like, we're really seeing the cinematography come to life in these shots of Tessa dancing in the club. And just hats off to Castile, hats off to the cinematographer, just like hats off to the lighting department. This looks just amazing. All right, so yeah, pause. So we get another shot of Hardin and Tessa in the club with Tessa on Hardin's lap, and he's clearly, working those magic fingers. And this is, if we do end up getting the car sex scene, this will be what leads to the car sex scene, that they will start in the club with Hardin, fingering her and, getting her off. And then they'll be like, oh, we're so hot and we're so horny that we got to go, straight to the car. And, we'll get, the car sex scene that we have been promised. All right, keep going. Life will never be the same. All right, yeah. So we get, of course, another shot of Harden, Hero, pouring the glass as Harden pouring the glass, and I picking up the drink as we hear, just this argument back at the cabin between Hessa that we just know is going to rip us all to shreds. Watching this scene, where she says, basically like you ruin all of these moments, like every good moment, you ruin every good moment you have. And of course, Harden brings up, the fact that, she gave, or that she, took the number from Robert. We get a shot of Robert and Tessa together. Again, Robert just looks creepy. He does not look, like this is anything other than just pure creep, Joe Goldberg vibe. And of course, we get like this amazing shot of our baby, just like smiling, and and again, just like her smile can, melt even the most cynical, the most hardest of the hearts. And these arguments are just going to pause, and these arguments are just going to rip us apart. These arguments are going to be the death of us, where Harden literally screams, like, we can't just be friends. Like, you don't want them just to be your friend. And again, it's just this performance that Hero is giving. I mean, he really looks like he's upped his game for After We Fell, and again, I mean, it looks like both of them have. So let's go ahead and keep going. And of course, we get like our opening credits, or our credits for these things. And of course, we have like Josephine Langford. Hero finds Tiffin. All right, pause. All right, we got to talk about the Vance. Fight scene, because, like, again, this is just like another scene that is going to just rip me apart. So let me go ahead and kind of go through this a little bit, and then we'll pause on a shot that I know is just tearing me apart. And, Louise Lombard just, boom, just like knocks this shot out of the park. Hit him! All right, so before we get to that, I got to talk about this scene. Where a lot of people are wondering on the boat, what is he saying there to Tessa at the end? Where what he's saying is, we are all fools in love with you. Which, if you've read Pride and Prejudice, then you know what that quote is. That is a quote from Pride and Prejudice. We are all fools in love. That is what he is saying there on the boat. All right, so of course we get a shot of Hero come walking in with Vance, and again, I mean, Stephen Moyer, you silver-haired fox, yes! The inner True Blood, fan in me is just going nuts and doing backflips. I mean, he looks amazing, and of course, this is the part where, where Harden is just going to finally hear, some family secrets and the big reveal of who his daddy really is. And my theory is that this is going to be the final scene of the movie. That we are going to get this cliffhanger of Vance and Harden talking to each other in that bar. All right, keep going. All right, pause. All right, pause. All right, pause on this shot at 1 minute and 30 seconds of Louise Lombard. Again, this is back in the Vance and Harden, big blowout in the big fight. And again, I mean, Louise is just ripping me to shreds in this moment. And this is exactly how I pictured it when reading the book. And one of the things I've said, I even said this with After We Collided, Louise Lombard is pitch perfect casting as Trish. Louise Lombard is literally Trish come to life. Louise Lombard is literally Trish brought right from the books. And just this crying, I mean, I cannot stand either when it comes to, Joe crying or Louise crying. I just go so much into protective mode, and Louise is just ripping me to shreds when it comes to this shot in the trailer. I mean, like, how can your heart not break for Trish in this moment? I mean, this is exactly what I pictured when reading the book. So yeah, let's keep going. All right, so yeah, we pretty much get like a quick shots of like after that we get quick shots of what is clearly either Harden post-workout or, as some people have theorized, Tessa might be going down on him. Tessa might be blowing him during that shot where we get like the shirtless shot of him like really panting. But I do think that it is him boxing because you can kind of see the the punching bag kind of swinging in and out of the shot. But yeah, no, I think that that's what we're seeing. It is like the start of the gym scene where Harden is just like going hard at the bag, and this is like a close-up shot of him, literally gripping the bag and just like, panting and breathing heavily and sweating. And of course, we also get, moments from the Tessa and Robert sex scene. And again, I don't know how to feel about that because I'm going to be like, oh, I only want to see Hessa having sex. But it's like, man, that does look hot, though. Joe and Carter do have excellent chemistry in that moment. But yeah, no, I know that this scene's going to tear me up inside. And of course, we have Hiro with his nose just pressed up against the glass, just looking, I mean, just like tears your heart out with the scream that he does. And a lot of people have said, and I really do agree with this shot of Hiro with his nose just, pressed up against the glass and crushed up against the glass. He does look like his uncle. He does look like Ralph Fiennes. He does look like Voldemort in this moment. I really do see what people are saying because like he really is the spitting image of his uncle. And if you know that he did play young Voldemort in the Harry Potter films, I'm talking about Hiro, not Ralph Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes played the older version of Voldemort, but Hiro did play the younger version. And in this shot, he really does look like the spitting image of his uncle. He really does look like Voldemort in this shot. And I just know that, again, Harden's nightmare where he is seeing, Tessa and Robert, having sex is just, again, it's just going to rip me apart. And again, because it really does look like Hiro has upped his performance with this film. He really has, brought his A game, as they all have, for this film. So let's go ahead and finish the trailer. And this is always going to be just something that just like rips me to shreds. Oh, you are my better place, Tessa. And of course, we get another shot of the jacuzzi scene. And if Harden says, come over here or come here, baby, and, kind of like pulls her, into his lap so she straddles him, that will be the death of me. That will be, I am a puddle of a mess on the floor. I am dead. You're going to have to come pick me up from that theater because I'm just going to be, I'm going to be done. Like that's just going to be like done. I'm going to be passed out. I'm going to be swooning all over the place. This is we are not ready for the jacuzzi scene because, like I said earlier in this thing, the jacuzzi scene is not only gonna, just like have us like fanning ourselves, but also like grabbing for the tissues of where it ends. In theaters September 30th, 2021. And of course, if you look at these credits here at the end of the trailer, you see Hiro Finds Tiffin is listed as one of the producers. So yeah, that is the trailer for After We Fell. And like I said, look, this really is the best trailer that we have gotten so far. The great thing that I love about this trailer is that you really do see that they finally have found the balance between the soft and the steamy. And you know what? If you still doubt Castile Landon after watching this trailer, I don't know what's going to change your mind, because this was the best trailer we've gotten so far for all of these films. The cinematography was top notch. We know that these scenes are just going to rip us to shreds when we finally see the film. We don't know whether we're going to, be fanning ourselves and, turning hot and, red, or if we're just going to be like grabbing for the tissues. And I feel like that's going to be happening to us a lot throughout this film, that a lot of these scenes are going to go back and forth between, like us fanning ourselves and getting, like really hot and heavy, and then just like grabbing for that tissue. And this looks to be like easily, hands down, one of the most emotional films of the franchise to date. So jump down to the comment section below, let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your continued love and support. As always, remember, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's go through all the stuff that you'll be able to find on this channel right now. So I'll be bringing you guys constant updates on After We Fell and After We're Happy. You guys are going to be so updated that you're going to be begging me to stop the updates. because I was terminated for so long, there's still a whole bunch of After We Collided stuff that I do have to catch up on, including topic videos, and those are coming sooner rather than later. As always, remember, this channel would not be able to grow to the heights that it has without you guys, and so for that, I'm eternally grateful. You know and I know there are plenty of fans out there, old and new, who have no idea, absolutely no idea that this channel exists, so please keep sharing the channel. Please keep spreading the word of Charles's Movie Channel, because this will easily be one of the best, if not the best, After Series channels that you'll find right here on YouTube, or dare I say anywhere. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. My name is Charles. Welcome to the After Series channel. I'll see you later. After fans, Joe fans, Hero fans, take care, y'all. Love you.